Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. On the Link chart, we can see that this decline is still unfolding. Yesterday we had quite a rapid sell-off, and it's following the preferred scenario here to the downside in this wave 2 correction. In the last few weeks, I've been highlighting the ideal target, or let's say the first ideal target here for this next move down to be $14.68. And we've arrived there now quite rapidly yesterday, but there's currently no confirmation that the low is in. So we're still looking for lower until we see the first reaction to support that is impulsive. At the moment, there is no impulsive reaction as such yet. The movements are too small anyway to really, read much or interpret much into it. However, a break above $16 would be an early indication that a low of sorts has been put in place. Why that level? Well, because the 50% retracement is obviously sort of the limit for a fourth wave. We shouldn't really see a fourth wave go beyond that level, and therefore I'm using that level to identify if we can expect further downside or if the low is already in. At the moment, technically we have 3 waves down. So yeah, surely, the low could be in, but if we consider that a WXY structure, then this here would be an ABC, and in the C wave, it seems like at least one more low is missing. At least it would look best with one more low. And we talked about a second level in previous videos. That was the $12.80 level. If you remember from previous videos, we highlighted that the pullback is a wave 2 most likely. And this wave 2 normally, or they tend to end in the region of a previous wave 4 of lower degree. That's at around $12.80. So the price hasn't arrived there yet. There's no need, it's not a rule, it's more like a guideline, probabilities. That's really what it's about. And this $12.80 level is really the next key support. There are some micro support levels here. Well, the next one would be $13.53. That is pretty much in line with a lot of these previous swing lows, but then there is some Fibonacci confluence here around $12.80. There's the 1.38 Fib extension and the 38.2 retracement. So there's some good Fibonacci confluence and that previous wave 4 low. Okay, so can we rule out it's going lower? No, there is no low in place until we have a first impulsive reaction to support and the first corrective pullback. But still, though, there are certain levels of interest that we can observe, that we can watch. What's clear is that a larger decline has started to unfold, the first one in a long time. And it wasn't necessarily surprising to anybody who's been following our link videos here, because the idea was that this wave 2 has started in the primary count. It's just important to note that it is still, even if it turns around at 1280, it would still be a very, very shallow wave 2 correction. So it's always possible that what I have labeled here as a WXY in wave 2 could just be the larger A wave of an even larger ABC structure. Okay, so that's just something very much to be aware of, because it's overall, and that's where context comes into play, this wave 2 is so shallow so far. Now, in a bullish market, pullbacks can be shallow, and that's what we've seen basically in the last 6 months. We've seen very shallow pullbacks, and that warning that pullbacks can be shallow in a bull market hopefully helped some of you, but it's just not reliable, right? It's not a general guideline to say that a wave 2 is shallow. Yeah, in a bullish market, but at some point, this is the first decent pullback because we correct the entire move up between June and basically, March this year. So June last year, March this year, after a 5-wave pattern in the trend direction. Typically, we expect a 3-wave counter trend move to correct this. It's very important. That's not a trending move, that's a counter trend move. And it's basically the time to be looking for entries for the next trending move. When will I stop to look for another rally? Well, below 690. That's the space we have to give it, because this is a standard support range for a wave 2. We know that wave 2s, if they go into the extremes, can easily go to the 78.6 retracement level. I don't necessarily expect the price to come down that much, but it's a level we can't ignore. We have to have on the chart. Ideally, I'd prefer maybe one more low, maybe 2 more lows into that region between $10.68 and $12.80 before a low is formed. As I said, a break below $16 will indicate that a low is already in. Bear in mind, we've reached the 100% extension level, but it's just overall a bit too shallow for an overall wave 2 correction at this stage to be reliable. Yeah, also there is not enough buy reaction yet to that level. That's my update about Link. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.